the leadership of that country to put us in a situation where we needed to. Like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, everybody wants
50 million barrels of oil. How?
Unless you are inciting certain things.
All right, friends, we're back with a Blaha video.
Now, First Amendment doesn't protect you in a court, like a civil court.
So how does the law apply to a leader from another country who's not even a citizen of the United States? He's defending himself in a court of law. Then rights do not apply to him. The amendment, how could he plead the fifth if the amendment, it only applies to American citizens, residents or citizens, right? People that reside in the United States are residents there. None of this makes any sense, man. Blaha doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't say that. Yeah, Lars, you may need to go brush up on your Constitution. So it doesn't say that at all.
Well, the Constitution doesn't apply to foreigners.
The election was stolen.
So how could he get a fair trial? The election was stolen from who?
Get the fuck out of my channel, naturally. We don't time for your goofy far left.
He's obviously getting pissed off at somebody that wrote him here.
You came to here and pick a fight with me in my own.
Sorry, I caught the feed a little bit late.
No, you came here to pick a fight. Well, you're going to lose that one. How'd that go for you?
Coach, years ago I used to...
You came and picked that fight. I didn't even mention Trump. You brought the whole topic up. And then started a fight. So get your Mickey Mouse, far left, cock-sucking ass out of here.
Whoa, he's using profanity.
Correct, I'm fine.
300-pound total chin for reps. Dang.
Dang, this is a live chat.
So.
Dang, broski.
Yeah, the separation of church and state is not actually in the Bill of Rights. It's.
I think I missed some of the good stuff.
Celebrities are scumbag pieces of shit. Look at their lifestyles. They have repugnant lifestyles. They're alcohol.
They do they? Hold on, see here. It's typing away.
Right. It does have something to do with their hormone structure specifically. And keeping in mind they're a cholesterol-based molecule. You have to remember that hormones are cholesterol-based. But yeah.
Yeah, if hormones are cholesterol-based, then you need a lot of saturated fat. Isn't Blaha against saturated fat?
I don't know the actual mechanism.
He doesn't know the actual mechanism because Blaha doesn't know anything. Come on, man. This is
and it varies a lot from drug to drug and person to person.
Whatever.
Connor says, they said they hurt themselves deadlifting, so it's going to get these people deadlifting properly. Yeah, they need to fix their form. Dude, I fixed deadlift form all day for clients. You'd be shocked how many people follow me for years, hire me to coach them, who are smart, intelligent people with training experience.
They got training experience, so what the fuck do they need you for?
Who, they don't know basic things on the deadlift. They still don't know how to pull the slack out of the bar.
They don't know basic things on the deadlift, so they don't know how to lift the weight and drop it on the floor. Okay, man. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me because the deadlift is such a simple, easy exercise to learn.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
We have the same risk with when we deal with sheet rows. You know, like I look at the heavy underhand grip sheet rows like Dorian did, and mechanic.
Yeah.
Any week where you pick up a rep. No, Alan Bacon. He's a coach I know who's went from being a dental surgeon to going into full-time strength coaching. He's actually a surgeon. Yes, with an MD. But he wanted to strength coach. He and his wife both do it. But yeah, man, as an advanced lifter, dude, any week or any exercise, if you can pick up one rep anywhere, it's a win. You know? And the carb's lower now. But look, like, I'm going to tell you straight up, Everybody wanted this to be done. The entire left wanted that country sorted. Biden put a $25 million bounty on this guy's head his last year in office. Do you understand that? So I'm going to tell you straight up, homie, if you're complaining about Trump's activity and going in and getting rid of this guy, then you're a piece of shit. I'm just going to tell you straight up. You're a bad human being. And I'm not trying to be mean, but let's just call facts facts. You are letting Trump derangement syndrome.
You have no idea what they just did the United States by grabbing a leader from Venezuela and bringing him into the United States, kidnapping him. You don't understand how the repercussions of this around the world, Blaha. You just have no idea. Blaha's really out to lunch, man. Doesn't even know what's going on, the reason why this, that. He thinks, oh, they came there and they blew up the place and they took him out. No, they had already taken him out. There was a delegation there, apparently, the U.S., right? Why would they go through all of that? That's just show and tell. That's to scare people. They really already grabbed him originally. They went in there and took him. What did you think? They were going to blow him up? He'd be in pieces.
Get in the way of what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted him out, including the Democrats.
Everybody wanted him out. Not everybody around the world wanted him out. Do you understand me? Eventually, he would have left office. Eventually, he will die one day or he'll leave office. He won't be there. That's not what they wanted. What they want is to take the country's resources, take it over.
They're only crying because Trump did it. And he did it efficiently and fast.
Yeah, and and here's what happened. So he took it. He's on the verge of being impeached right now. I don't know. But anyways, the point is this. Yeah, he did it. So the question is this: who takes the repercussions for it? Well, they're all gonna point and say Trump did it. See what I mean? He's gonna take the brunt of it.
Bounty.
Where were these guys? Where were all these people when he was going through the court system and they were dragging him like a dirty rag? Where were all these fucking Republicans and the Democrats? Where were all these fucking people? They were nowhere there to be seen, right? He won the election. Now he's in, and all of a sudden they're all gung ho with Trump. Yeah, okay.
Do you understand that? He signed off on it with his name.
All these degenerates that are around Trump, they're all like pulling now. Yeah. Man, where were they before when he needed them? They were never around. See, here's the thing. You can't rely on these people because they're not your friends, man. They were never there when he needed them, and all of a sudden they're around. Yeah, okay.
President, $25 million bounty with his signature.
Yeah, they're just expressing what they really wanted. That's why. But they didn't have the balls to do it themselves. At least Trump, though, he has definitely got balls.
All right, I'm not going to go into all the discussion, but you don't understand. Yeah, if you don't understand, then maybe you need to not think about politics or economics. I'm just going to be straight with you. If you don't understand why we would want the oil, but let's assume
I understand why the United States wants the oil, but they were already getting it from Venezuela. What's the problem? They were paying for it. They don't want to pay for it. They want it free. Is that it? Like Russia. We have to take Russia because God forbid if we had to pay for the oil, we need to take it for free. And what did Russia say? Nothing is for free. You have to pay for it. You're not going to get it for free. But they're like, no, we're going to take your land. We're going to start a war with you. We're going to exhaust you and try to take you so we could take your oil.
No oil. The drugs alone were a good reason.
The drugs alone were an excuse because it's all fake. Apparently, they made it up. This whole made up gang and everything in the court doesn't hold up in the court. They say right now, the prosecutor says doesn't hold up because fake. It's made up. That was just the reason to kidnap him. And now they're like, oh, I guess that wasn't it. But now they have him. It's too late.
So for a long time, any country that's shipping drugs into our country that refuses to stop.
That's an excuse. He wasn't shipping drugs to the country. The president of the country is not going to be shipping drugs to the United States of Venezuela. They would have gone there and done him in a long time ago if that was true.
We should have paid them. I've been saying that
Blaha's just a dumb, bald idiot, doesn't know anything. He's just regurgitating shit that he's seen on TV.
for 20 years.
Yeah, prove it, Blaha. Look how he shakes. What a
That
fucking
alone was a
fool.
good reason. No, this was a decisive.
This guy's the dumbest person on the internet. Why would anybody listen to him? Look at all these people that are writing him. They're actually here live. Now it's gone down to 10 people. There was more than 20 or 30 or something people in there. That's just crazy, man. People writing his fucking comment section and watching him. He still has an audience around 1,000 that watches him. I'm even surprised they would watch him.
Smart move for him. And it
I
was
just make reaction videos to his videos because somebody's got to do it. There's nobody else out there.
well executed. Minimal collateral damage, and he had the guy in custody flying out of the country within 2 hours.
So what? Anybody could have done that. The Russians could have kidnapped him. The Chinese could have kidnapped Maduro. Who gives a shit, man? They had a delegation there. They can send their own troops. They could have kidnapped him too. Any fool could have kidnapped this guy. Apparently, they said the Secret Service was there on a delegation. They came in and they took out some of his bodyguards and then they grabbed him. And that whole thing and the night thing where they were like doing these explosions and stuff. Why would they need to do explosions? Why would they need to explode, shoot, and do a bunch of shit like that to get a president? That doesn't make any sense. You just go in and you kidnap him. You go in, you grab him, right? And you leave. You don't make a big show of explosions and everything, planes flying and all that. That's obviously advertisement, right? They're trying to project strength, which is fake. Look, man, any fool could have gone in there and fucking kidnapped this motherfucker. This is bullshit. They're gonna tell you, well, there's a tanker, so they sent some troops there to jump onto the tanker. Well, anybody could have sent their soldiers or army to go jump on a tanker. Any fool can do that. See what I mean? The only difference is these Americans, they keep doing it. The government, they keep doing these weird things, jumping on a tanker, trying to take it, or let's remove this guy from office. Let's make a big show and tell on fucking YouTube and media that look, we kidnapped this guy. We could kidnap this guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous, dude.
How perfectly executed that was.
You know how perfectly executed that was? What an idiot.
Yeah. Who said steal? Did you not look into the sanctions that have already been legally ruled against Venezuela on the oil?
Have you seen the sanctions on the oil they've been ruling in Venezuela? The sanctions?
Are you that much Trump derangement syndrome?
Look, anybody could have put sanctions on Venezuela. You have China, Russia. They could put sanctions on them too and say, look, we put sanctions on you. And so what? See what I mean? Then what do? They have to deal with themselves internally, then externally, right? So it's just dumb shit.
Are you that deep into TDS, which is a mental illness? You should probably be in an insane asylum.
That's Blaha. He suffers from mental illness. He needs to be in an insane asylum. He says he has mariners. He's on disability for mariners. He's on disability because he has brain damage.
Are you that so far deep into TDS that you didn't go research the history of the oil and technically what courts have ruled Venezuela owes people?
Yeah, yes, because they scammed them. They scammed Venezuela. Originally, when they try to make them make loans, they sell them on this crazy shit on loans. It was 5%, and then they started increasing it to 20%. What are you gonna do? It's all racketeering, man. It's like gangsters. You get a gangster, they try to get you to take a loan. They give you money, and then they say, hey, it's not 5%. You owe us 50% now. Oh, okay. How are you supposed to ever get out of debt at 20%? 5% you can make it. Why do you think they have refinancing for credit card people and credit card debts? It's 20 to 21% interest on credit cards, right? Well, guess what? They refinance you at 5%. You know that. They give you all kinds of things now. Like they give you credit lines, a bunch of stuff on your credit card now. I have credit lines of over like, I don't know, 50, 100 grand or something if I ever ran into trouble. And it's at 5%. See what I mean? But I know people that have refinanced at like 4% even or something. So, yeah, 20%, man, you'd never pay it off if you were in the thousands and depending on your income. It would take you forever.
Due to the deals they've broken and stuff, contracts they broke for shipment.
What contracts did they break? What is it? Exxon or something is still there. I forget the name of the company. Is it Citgo or Exxon? Exxon. They're still there. They're still there. They made contracts with Venezuela. All the other countries, they left because they didn't want to make any contracts with them. They took off. They left. Simply, they left.
Of oil and stuff to the U.S. You're aware? Did you look into any of this, or did you purely buy into Orange Man bad?
They don't owe anybody anything, Venezuela. They don't owe anybody anything anymore. That's the problem. The problem is they don't owe anybody anything. And all these fucking countries, they want to keep all these countries in debt forever. That's the whole point. What did Trump say? We're going to lend tens of billions of dollars to go in there and to build infrastructure, to suck oil. Who do you think is going to pay for that? They're going to fetch the bill to Venezuela. It's bullshit, man. They just put you in debt how they see fit, because Venezuela doesn't have an army. They can all protect themselves.
Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad.
Yeah, he's bad.
Orange Man bad. Oh no, Orange Man bad.
Orange Man bad for Venezuela, but Orange Man good for the United States, right? For profiteering, of course. Look at Wall Street. They're all jumping for joy.
Like, maybe you should go talk to a therapist about your fear of the Orange Man. That's all I'm saying.
But here's the thing. None of this is going to stop the collapse of the empire. You get it? The empire is striking back, but guess what? That's not going to stop the collapse of the empire. All empires have eventually come and gone, have collapsed. And it's collapsing on an exponentially faster rate now, faster and faster.
I see.
For every empire that collapses, an empire rises. What is the empire that is rising now? Think about it. What country is industrialized and extremely rich and getting richer and rising with power? Well, when one rises, one must go, right? Here's the thing. In business, somebody must be losing for other people to win. You can't have two winners. Somebody has to lose and somebody has to win. In this world, it's the same thing. Somebody is winning and somebody's losing. And who's winning financially and who's losing now financially? The U.S. Everybody knows that. They're going down financially. Who's winning? China. What did Trump say? Oh, they're sucking all our wealth. Yeah, that's how empires rise. They suck your wealth. Get it, dude? They suck the life out of you and they rise while you go down. Get it, dude? So who's going down and who's going up right now? Smart guy.
I'll be a dick if you come at Trump in my thing. All right. So get ready for it. I'm going to make fun of you. So just be pepper thine
He's
and
going to make fun of you. Watch out.
yes. If you go there, because you don't have to start that argument, but if you want to,
Yo.
I'm going to make. So it makes me wonder why nobody else uses what tons of people do that, man. What about the First Amendment?
What
So-
about the First Amendment?
Lars, do I need to give you a history lesson on the First Amendment? What about the First Amendment?
Yes, what about it? When I went to school in the United States, when I attended school in Wisconsin, you had to pledge allegiance to the flag. That's how it worked back then. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you understand what the Bill of Rights is?
Do you understand what the Bill of Rights is, dude? Is he picking his nose and eating it again? Yes, they used to have cartoons explaining the Bill of Rights and stuff way back in the 70s on TV. Those old cartoons, remember?
And do you understand who the Bill of Rights is a protection against and who it limits? All right.
Well, it's not going to protect Maduro. How can he get a fair trial?
The Bill of Rights, which is the first 10 amendments, is there to limit the power of government. Right? It's to limit the power of government.
Here's a question. If Maduro is set free, found innocent in this fake court, kangaroo court, does he have the right to sue? Shall his country sue the United States, or can they still sue even for the kidnapping of their leader? Like, it's just really odd, man. You know, the whole situation is just really weird. I don't know what Trump is trying to do exactly. It's just really odd, bro. He hasn't accomplished anything. The government there is still running. Nothing has happened. There's a lady there. The secretary has taken over. So they say, we taken over Venezuela. All of a sudden, they taken over Venezuela and the resources and everything. And they say no. Venezuela says no. They said nothing is taken over. There's still a delegation there of Chinese. They're still filling up their tankers and going. They're actually Chinese are protecting tankers now. They're using their military. They say they're going to be escorting these tankers for countries that need escorts. Now, would the United States attack an escorted tanker? No. They attack tankers that are not being escorted or that are vulnerable. The United States Army only attacks vulnerable. They don't attack people that are being escorted or anything like that by military. It's bullshit.
So First Amendment would be that
They could start a world war by doing that. What the fuck?
the government cannot put you in prison or execute you and murder you as a U.S. citizen
Yes, it can. It can do whatever it wants with you. What are you talking about?
over unpopular political speech.
Yeah? Tell that to the people that it's happened to, Blaha.
That is what the First Amendment is.
Yeah, and who's enforcing it exactly? You?
Unless you are inciting certain things.
Yeah, okay.
Now, First Amendment doesn't protect you in a court. Like
How did the First Amendment protect that Russian guy that went from Germany back into Russia? And then the Russian government, they arrested him, put him into jail, and then he died.
civil court.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
No, it doesn't say that. Yeah, Lars, you may need to go brush up on your Constitution. So it doesn't say that at all. The election was stolen.
Yeah, man.
You know what? Get the fuck out of my channel, Metro. I ain't got time for your goofy, far left bullshit. Get out of my channel. Done.
Get out of my channel. Done, dude.
Yeah. Been very happy with progress. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
As a coach, I have to be ready for that.
As a coach, man, you never want this guy to be your coach. Trust me.
Because one of my guys like 5-year clients.
Whatever.
Yeah.
This guy's insane.
Okay, I'll look it up now. Preventing the government from establishing it. Yeah.
Whatever.
Logic would.
The only way the United States can win this so-called empire dissolution of the empire is to reindustrialize and start building up wealth again. Industrializing, building up their own country. You know what I mean? I know. It kind of snuck up. It snuck up while people were sleeping. While you were sleeping, this is what happens. You were asleep, and then all of a sudden you see an empire rise, China, overnight. Overnight. It was like overnight one day. Bam. It's like, what happened here?
Yeah. But now
Look, Trump was definitely on a very good road in the beginning on his first term when he said to reindustrialize, start up the steel mills and things like that, bring back industrialization. He was on a very good path in the beginning, but I don't know what happened to him now on this. Him coming back on this second term, I have no clue what happened here. He has not stopped this so-called war in Ukraine, which is a very bad thing going on there. I mean, that shit's got to end, bro, but whatever. Yeah.
I'm leaning in the direction of the 1911 single stack. And the reason, and it sounds crazy, it's so much easier to carry than the double stack like 2011s, but it has to do with the accuracy. And even though I love 45, I'm absolutely admit 9mm shot per shot is at least 90% as effective, if not
Whatever.
your heavier round, plus it's always subsonic. And he dropped.
Guess there looks like there's only one person left in there live. Blaha's still yapping. I don't know.
Doesn't matter at 50 yards. Let's just be clear. It makes no difference.
He's talking about guns. Let's see in the beginning what he said here, because I missed some stuff.
Run with it. I think, given a big frame like that, I think it'll be successful.
Big frame.
I don't think the low carb approach that he's kind of pushing with it is for everybody. And
What's he drinking here, man? Kool-Aid?
I say that as someone who
Is that some cheap-ass milk?
personally does really well.
Okay.
That's almost advanced lifter numbers by the end of the year. What example you set for him? So I like that. I like you using that for motivation because that's just
He likes it.
like I do two large avocados every day right now.
He does 2 large avocados every day right now. Every single day he does avocados. That's why he looks like an avocado. And avocados, they're not animal food. They're not animal protein. So whatever he's eating there is just garbage. Whatever, man. I'll see you in the next video. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Sorry, man. I just caught that live feed. I thought I would react to it. I had some time. See you later, man. Blaha's just another whatever, man. I don't even know how to describe this guy.